ladder down here. That goes down 50 feet. They would have used that in case of elevator failure or fire.
But, or did it all came through here to go down?
It all came through there in pieces if necessary. First one coming up over there is Rodney Walker. He did electrical maintenance in all 30 capsules for 20 years. He lives about 25 miles away. Other ones over there.
Well, that guy's big, 2004.
They're probably maintenance or security people. Just
here's the giant door that gets bolted in, I'll say pinned in, and this stays closed all the time except when someone needs to come do maintenance in the equipment room. And the floor I'm on right now is a floating floor. It's suspended from these 4 pistons. So it has the air chiller and the intake air, and then it's got the big diesel engine to run it. There's 2 more of those supports where it's suspended from the ceiling, but the whole floor is floating in the air. That way, if there was a nearby hit, this whole room could shake without taking the equipment down. And this powered the control room, which is where we're going next. All right, so control room next?
yes,
Awesome.
we saved the best for last.
Now we're gonna go into the command module. But duck can come in here. It'd be designed the same way, where it's a floating design. And hiding back up there is the escape hatch. Restroom. Little small kitchen area. And all of the communication systems. Each one having a air handler getting pumped to it. That's the big air handler unit. So here is the monitoring station for all the comms and alarms, alerts. Seats have seat belts because if there's a launch coming in, you got to strap in. Some more control systems. Oh, I passed it, but here's where the keys were kept. Two locks, one for each of the missileers. And one would go into the last module, and then the other one would come into this launch module. And the key would go down there. You'd enter in the launch code sequence. One control center here would initiate the launch, and it would take another of the 5 to confirm the launch. And then the launch would go. A little bit of artwork. And a bunk when they're not on shift. One of the 2 can take a break. It's pretty cool. Tour starts out with a great video. Erica's Ace in the Hole, which is also available on YouTube. There's some nice posters in here. Cable that runs to each of the silos from the control center. Then map showing where the silos were located. And everything from this point forward is as it was when it was decommissioned. So they had a game room. Little living area.
So yeah, there were a lot of local labor that went out here. Part of those upgrades, we had like some civilian electricians that worked out here.
They got a 10-minute limit on phone calls.
Like say working out and turning that garage into that rec room. We've had some more.
Here comes a little bit of a kitchen and dining area. So they would have prepared meals as well as the chef would cook, but they would have heated meals as a choice. Restrooms. So this was remodeled in the 80s, right before they shut the place down. There's the kitchen. Little utility room. Men's bathroom. Here's the site cook and chef. Their bunk. This is going to be the room for the guards, security forces. There are 3 of them, so 3 beds. Like a linen closet. This room belongs to the facility manager. 3 days on, 3 days off. They had a pretty nice room. Remain overnight bedroom. A little more crowded in there. How's it? I'm spend a little more time coming back and read what the chef did. Also 3 days on, 3 days off. And we won't go into it, but there's another room here that is the security center.
One of our other tour guides has a story that I always love to hear for my tours. She happened to have a family member, a cousin from California visiting one year. He biked in and out of Cooperstown every day, right past one of the missile silos. So one day he did decide to stop in just to see what it was.
Well, Lois gave me my tour and she did a great job. So you show up and your tour starts when you get here. About an hour and 15 minutes total. Both of those outside concrete pads have to do with their communication systems. One's an antenna that just stays in place, and the larger concrete pad that was flat would have an antenna that would pop up. These 2 brown and tan colored pipes are the intake and exhaust air for downstairs. Helicopter pad out there in the distance behind the fence. And just, more of their facilities. They also have a missile silo that I can go visit. Only going to be able to see the surface of that building though. I'm just about 7 miles away from the Launch Control Center. Came to check out the silo. You can't see down into it, but at least they let you walk around on it. The Minuteman, America's ace in the hole, and then START Treaty, so Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty. We'll come back to that. Up first is the personal access door. They had to come and do maintenance on it. they could open this up. And up here, surrounded by the green strip, is the launcher door. Weighs over 100 tons and is 4 foot thick. And you can see it's kind of has a leading edge shape to it. So time to open, if there was any debris in the way, it would just slide along that rail. So what was interesting is it didn't open slowly. It had an explosive opening system that would instantly accelerate it to 35 miles an hour. So in time of war, push the button, this lid would shoot off to the left, and the missile could be launched. 4 foot thick. Incredible. And over here was the access to the launcher control equipment. And it was buried underground in another locked chamber, also surrounded by 4 foot thick concrete walls. Those are for air intake and exhaust. Talk about missile maintenance. More than meets the eye. This one is launcher facility security. Got 2 more signs over here. Missile transport. And launcher closure door. I want to see inside, but they don't let us. It was imploded anyway. Very cool. Onward. These are for the beats. There's a lot of them.